In this video, I'll go over the advantages of forming an LLC for your business. An LLC, or Limited Liability Company, is a type of business structure that combines the pass-through taxation of a partnership or sole proprietorship with the limited liability of a corporation. This is what makes LLCs good as a business structure. Later on, I'll share with you 2 great options to set up an LLC for your business without having to hire expensive lawyers. Hi, I'm Noel Lorenzana. Think of me as your friendly neighborhood accountant. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer and this isn't legal advice. Setting up a business entity, in my opinion, is something that should be done through a lawyer or legal service, since it's a legal entity that is being formed. As an accountant, I don't set them up for my clients. I only offer consultations on the pros and cons, and I ultimately refer them to a lawyer or legal service to set them up. With that out of the way, let's jump right in. What are the advantages of forming an LLC? An LLC is a private limited company business structure that combines the pass-through taxation features of a partnership or sole proprietorship with the limited liability of a corporation. If you're starting a new business, you might consider the advantages of forming an LLC. This sounds great, but what does it all mean? A properly structured LLC protects the owners or LLC members from the debts, liabilities, and legal judgments against the business. Since the LLC owners do not have personal liability, their personal assets are protected in the event there is business liability. Before LLCs came along, only corporations offered this protection against unlimited personal liability exposure. What are some other advantages of forming an LLC? It provides asset protection. As mentioned earlier, one of the biggest benefits of forming an LLC is protecting one's personal assets like your house, savings, investments, cars, etc., from creditors or a lawsuit. Properly structured, LLC members have limited liability protection. You can think of it as another way to shield or protect your personal assets. Those who own real estate or rental properties might benefit by forming an LLC. It avoids double taxation. LLCs don't normally pay tax at the business level unless an election is made. Instead, the income or loss from the business flows through to its members, and they report the income or loss at the individual level. This is significant when you consider that corporations are subject to double taxation. They pay taxes on profits at the corporate level, and their shareholders pay taxes on dividends or distributions at the individual level. Also, there are fewer rules compared with corporations. LLCs have more flexibility and are easier to maintain. Annual board of director meetings and minutes of the meetings are not required as they are for corporations. There are also fewer restrictions on who can be an LLC member. It brings perceived credibility. An LLC structure gives the appearance of credibility to those with whom you do business. This can be beneficial with acquiring new customers and for establishing banking relationships. In addition, most investors won't even consider investing in a company that is not an LLC or a corporation. What are some disadvantages in forming an LLC for your business? Transferring ownership. Ownership transfer in an LLC is restrictive since it requires approval from existing members. With corporations, transferring shares or ownership can be done very easily. Venture capital. If you have a business that plans to take on investors or maybe plans to be sold to another company, then you may want to stay with a traditional corporation. With a C corporation, ownership can be easily transferred to others. Retaining profits. If you plan to keep profits within the company to maximize growth, for example, then a C corporation may be a better option. C corporations can retain a reasonable amount of profits as long as those retained funds are going to be used for business-related purposes in the future. How are LLCs taxed? LLC taxed as a single-member LLC. If the LLC only has one member, then it's taxed as a single-member LLC. This is the default option for an LLC with only one member. With this, no separate tax return is required. The single member of the LLC reports the income and expenses of the LLC on his or her personal tax return on Form Schedule C, profit or loss from business. LLC taxed as a partnership. If the LLC has multiple members, then by default it's taxed as a partnership. The LLC would then be required to file a Form 1065 U.S. Return of Partnership Income. This is a pass-through entity, so taxes are not paid at the business level. Members receive a Form K-1 at the end of the year where they would report their share of the business income and expenses. LLC taxed as an S corporation. If you agree with the advantages of forming an LLC, and if you qualify, then consider taking it a step further and electing to be taxed as an S corporation. This can be a very good small business structure option. The S Corp election allows the LLC member or members to avoid paying self-employment taxes, which is currently 15.3%, but they would then be required to pay the shareholder employees reasonable compensation. An LLC taxed as an S corporation combines the simplicity and flexibility of an LLC with the tax benefits of an S corporation. How do you form an LLC? To form an LLC, one must file articles of organization and an operating agreement with their state, including payment of filing fees. To keep an LLC in good standing, an annual report with the state must be filed every year. Fees on LLCs are generally higher than for corporations. Conversely, sole proprietors are not required to file formation documents with their state and is the least expensive structure for doing business. So for the sake of simplicity, that's always a good option. The service that I recommend for setting up an LLC is Plug-in Law. For a flat fee, they offer an all-in-one package that makes it easy to get your LLC set up and running in no time. And they offer LLC formation services in all 50 states. They'll process your LLC in under 72 hours. They include an EIN, also known as a tax ID number. Their fee includes a registered agent for the first year, an LLC operating agreement, a business bank account referral, and lifetime customer support. Compared to a service like LegalZoom, Plug-in Law offers a great value. Now, if you need to set up a different type of entity for your business, like a corporation, partnership, or S corporation, or just want another option for your LLC, the service that I recommend, as well as many other accountants, check out CorpNet. They really make business filing simple, and if you're like me and want to pick up the phone and talk to someone, they are available to talk to you. Their service is fast and easy, reliable, affordable, and guaranteed. I will leave both links in the description below. Now, these are affiliate links, so if you do use them, I will receive a small commission, but at no additional cost to you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you like the content and want to see more videos like this one, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.